So, I've killed Dagoth Garez as the spy master ordered, but in his dying breath... Oh yes, we have corpus disease. I remember, because we tried to go to the 6th house base and got corpus disease. The spy master promoted me to traveler rank, but I'm very worried about my corpus disease. My best chance to cure it is Diveath Frey? I don't know how you pronounce his name. His last name. Nurse Diveath. Fire? Frey? How do you pronounce that? Yeah. An ancient Telvanni wizard who runs a corpusarium for his victims of the disease. With the Dwemer artifact... Oh yeah, Caius gave us a Dwemer artifact to give to Diveath. And 1,000 gold, I will go to tell Fire. F-Y-R sounds like fire to me. And persuade Diveath to cure my corpus disease. I must hurry back to the spy master when I am cured, because Caius knows how to get the lost prophecies from the Bani Mesa Asphalt. 6th house cultists attack me in my sleep. Ah yes, lovely. Right. Time to pick up Julan and head to Diveath. Caius decides to say the 6th house base another 5 times. Dojetta, I've received intel about the 6th house base. You must go to the 6th house base and find out what the 6th house base is hiding, because I know the 6th house base is actually the 6th house base where the 6th house hides out, because it is in fact their base.
I'm listening.
Are you really? That surprises me, Julan. Why am I inside you? Get off me, fam.
Oh! Oh! Rub it all over me.
No, Julan. Right. Ah, yes, and we have creepy whispering happening because the corpus disease is linked to the 6th house base cult, and that's what they do to their victims. So from what we know so far, to kind of like run you guys, give you a rundown, I guess, for people who might not necessarily know the lore or just want like a recap or what have you. Where to start, actually? Okay, so that's got bigger than the last time.
Say what you want or go away.
So basically, there is a cult called the 6th House. There is 5 ruling houses of Dark Elf on Morrowind that are like the government. And the 6th house, which is the house of Dagoth, is basically a cult, and their cult members are called Sleepers or Dreamers. And they are trying to take over Morrowind with the Ash Storms, the Blight Storms, sorry, which can give you corpus disease, which turns you into like horrible disfigured creatures. And because we went into a 6th house hideout where everyone inside there had corpus, and we fought Dagoth Garez, who was a corpus monster, we caught corpus. House Telvanni is my fave. No, Julan means he is listening to you, King, not Dojetta. Where is Telfire?
Intellectual craft.
Yes, that's very pretty. I'm going to quickly go back and ask Caius where it is. What was I going to say? But yeah, so the reason the Emperor wants to find out who the Nerevarine is because in the prophecies, the Nerevarine is the one who's supposed to be reincarnated to defeat Dagoth and like stop him from taking over Morrowind, and then I guess the rest of Tamriel.
Whatever you're looking for.
There we are. Is southwest of Sadrith Mora on an island to the southwestern edge of Zafir Bay. Here, let me mark it on your map for you. Thank you. There is a dock, but no boat service, so you must water walk or swim from Sadrith Mora. Use the guild guide service at Balmora Mages Guild to travel to Sadrith Mora. Find the Wolverine Hall Fighters Guild and ask them, and ask the scout son Darren Larathi for detailed directions to Telfire. Right. I thought the Nerevarine was to technically stop the tribunal and bring back... Well, yes, that is part of the prophecy. So, the Nerevarine used to... I wouldn't say he was a ruler, because there wasn't the tribunal when he was originally alive. Well, there kind of was, but they didn't have as much power and influence as they have at the moment.
Time for talk now.
But before the tribunal was how it is now, it was Indorel Nerevar, Vivek, Sothasil, and Amalexia. And they were like... They're not gods, per se, but they were sort of the rulers of Morrowind, kind of. Or one of the rulers. Because then you also have, like, the houses all trying to have a political stake.
Where would you like to go?
Oh wait, I need to go to the Mages Guild, don't I? So basically... They went on an expedition into Red Mountain and found the heart of Lorkhan. Lorkhan is obviously like an actual god. Oh, crap. What does that say? Oh, I can't read it because it's in Daedric. The dreamer is awake. The dreamer is awake. Lovely. The dreamer is awake. Okay, lovely. Yeah, so Nerevar, Stothasil, Amalexia, and Vivek went into Red Mountain. This is the Fighters Guild. Found the heart of Lorkhan. I believe to stop the Dwemer from using it to get like godlike powers. And it was around the same time that the Dwemer disappeared when one of them... So the Dwemer basically made tools...
Too much trouble. Must be going now.
Sheesh. The Dwemer basically made tools to try and harvest the power of the heart to make themselves gods. And when they tried to do it, they all disappeared from, like, the entire planet, basically. So the Tribunal, including Nerevar, took these tools and gave them to one of their... I guess, like, council members or whoever, which was Dagoth. So Dagoth wasn't always, like, a bad guy. He was, like, a close friend of Nerevar, and they gave the tools to him and said, look after them whilst we go and have a big meeting with all the houses and we can decide what best to do with them. And then when they went back there, Dagoth had gone insane because of the power of these tools and the power of the heart. I need to speak to the person who can make me travel. Which is you, I believe? I like your robe. Ooh, can I buy a nice robe from someone?
Let's hear it, Khajiit.
Oh, right. Hey, get away from me, you've got corpus disease. Yeah, sorry, I shouldn't be sort of... I need a social distance. Sadrith Mora, please. I think before Vivek and the other two, it was Azura Boethia and Mafala. The old gods, yes. Yes, I've shown up. Terribly disease-ridden.
I'm busy, so if you will excuse me.
Yes. Sorry, let me just leave. I know I'm a hideous beast. With, you know, disease and such. Yeah, then when the Tribunal went back to Red Mountain to do what they had decided.
I should probably wash up before heading home.
Okay. But when they'd like decided what they were going to do with the tools, they went back to Red Mountain to get them back off Dagoth, and he'd gone insane, and he was like, no, I need to... You told me to protect these tools. Because I think what they wanted to do was destroy them, and he wouldn't let them. And then they ended up having a massive fight, and I'm pretty sure... Well, this is actually... Okay, so this is interesting. What exactly happened when they went back there's varying, like, different accounts of what happened, which kind of ties in to the prophecy. So there's different prophecies and different stories of what happened at that particular time, and everyone can't agree on the correct one. So like the Tribunal have their own version of it, and then like the Ashlanders have their own version of it, and then so on and so forth. But now Dagoth is that powerful that he's building like an army of sleepers and dreamers who all have Corpus and Blight, and he's trying to like slowly infect the land because the Tribunal are getting weaker. Like their godlike powers are fading. If I remember correctly, technically we don't know what happened to Vivek, only so the son and Alexia are known to die. So when we get near the end of the game, there's I think like 3 or 4 really long documents that we have to read, which is different people's accounts of what happened. And I don't think there's necessarily one that's canon. I think all of them have bits that are true, and some of them are like embellished or just lies. Yeah, that's right near the end of the game when we have to figure out all that stuff. Hello, Julan. Do you want to catch Corpus, my dude? Or to scout?
Nothing's keeping
Go
you.
find a guard and stop bothering me.
Leave me.
Ah, you're a lady. I thought you'd be a dude. First time it's had with Mora? It shows. Well, go ahead and ask your questions. Trying to get to Tell Fire, please. King, I've just given another Western-style stone recipe, so I'll save it for you. Oh, thank you very much. Tell Fire is the Telvanni Tower on the island to the southwest, close to the mainland. Let me mark it on your map. Look for the tall tower, a dock and a ship, and the entrance to the tower is on water level, on the northern tip of the island near the dock. In good weather, by day, the tower is easy to see. If you miss the tower and hit the beaches of the mainland, walk back and forth along the beaches and look for the tower. It's clearly visible from the beach. Bring levitation potions, no stairs in the tower. Okay. We also haven't met any of the Tribunal yet, but you will later on in the game. Right, I'm looking for a tower. Is that it? Oh, that's a mushroom. Ah, it's there. Well, Julan, let us levarvavartate over in that general direction. Let's go, Julan. Really pretty over here. Oh fuck, cliff racer. I wonder if what happened to Vivek is similar to the Dwemer. In what sense? Like what happened to Vivek, do you mean? Or do you... Oh, right, do you mean that because Vivek basically got, Chim, however you would pronounce it? Like, you're wondering if that's what happened to the Dwemer? I think either that happened, or... So apparently when it does happen, if you can complete the entire process... So, like... Vivek literally just vanished when he loses his godlike powers. Yeah. So, from what I understand, when someone experiences Chim, or Kim, Chime, however you pronounce it, they basically have, like, the biggest enlightening experience, and they realize that, like, life is an illusion, and all that stuff. And apparently, if you can not sort of... If your consciousness can survive that realization and you can rationalize it, then you basically become... You join like the single consciousness of life, basically. And if you can't, then you just sort of disappear. Just like your existence just sort of implodes on itself and stops existing. So I think that happened probably to some of the Dwemer, but the more sort of intelligent ones, I think, might have survived that. Yeah, the theory is that the Elder Scrolls is just a dream of the sleeper. Yeah, like the Godhead kind of theory, yeah. That all of life and creation is just within one entity's consciousness. And if that entity was to either be aware of it or wake up, the existence would disappear, kind of thing. Which is actually kind of a similar way that you could look at, like, real life. That we all have separate consciences, but they're all linked to, like, a higher consciousness, whatever that might actually be. Come along, Julan, we are nearly there. What if the Elder Scrolls happen within the dreams of the Fallout 4 characters? Damn it, where's William? We gotta tell him about this. Yeah, this is what happens in the cryopod. I laugh at this universe was made from a D&D game. Yep. I mean... I'm sure there's lots of D&D stories that would make amazing games. That texture makes me feel really uncomfortable. Twins. Why is that twins?
I don't have a lot of patience for questions, Outlander.
It won't let me. Okay. I guess they're twins. Okay. Right, so we need to go to the very top. Infected Dunmer. Oh, I see. Are we all here because
I don't think so.
we're all disease-ridden? We've all come seeking being cured?
Spit it out or hit the road. Whatever you're looking for, I'm sure I don't know how to find it.
Ladies, okay? There's enough of my infectedness to go around, but I must cure myself. Have you come to plunder the dungeon, or have you come for corpus disease, or did you come to see Devaeth fire? I'm... Oh god, how do you pronounce that? Beta fire? Beta fire? I am the wife of Devaeth. One of them, sort of. Oh, I see, he has loads of wives. Yes, well, not wife in the married sense, but, you know, paramour, consort, something like that. It's a bit awkward, really, because, well, he made us, too, so though we aren't really his daughters or anything, it's like we're his daughters because he made us, you see. Very reassuring when everyone there is still infected. Yeah. So, this person is Devaeth's wife/daughter, and he made her. Okay. Where is your husband, father? He's up above his study. I hope you can fly. You can't get up there unless you can fly. Or have potions. I'm sorry. Plunder the dungeon. You'd be surprised how many people come here trying to steal Lord Fire's treasures. He does have quite a collection of relics and artifacts, but he keeps them down in the Corpusarium. And who wants to risk catching corpus disease? Not to mention, who wants to get ripped in half? Pity, we don't see many good thieves here, just the stupid ones. She's his wife/daughter/creation of him. Yes. Yes, indeed. Corpus disease. Everyone who gets corpus disease comes to our Corpusarium. It's not very pleasant, but at least they're all fed and cared for. Okay.
Make it quick, Khajiit.
So your dad husband is upstairs. God, it'd be so claustrophobic living in this tree. Are you sure it's safe having a fire inside a tree, my dude? I wonder if they just like carved this out by hand or something. Deltifier.
Whatever you're looking for, I'm sure I don't know how to
My
find
name
it.
is Deltifier. Did you want to see Dojetta? Have you got corpus disease, or are you another questing hero looking to plunder the dungeon? Yes, I'm looking for your... well... Lord Fire is in his study. I'm sure he won't mind being disturbed. We get few visitors here. You can levitate, can't you? The study is on an upper level, accessible only by central flywell. I'm afraid we aren't set up to accommodate barbarians or peasants, understand? I see, so if you can't levitate, you're a barbarian and a peasant. Go up the ramps to the Hall of Fire, then walk around looking up until you see the shaft above you, then levitate up the shaft. Then look for Lord Fire in his study. I'd say living in a tree is a bit better than living in a mushroom. True. I need to find more stairs. Alright, this way. Oh. Oh! Ah. Well, I am no peasant. I can fly. Bet you didn't expect to see a flying kitty. You may have seen a housefly, maybe a superfly, but you ain't never seen no donkey fly. Ooh.
Do you want something?
Hello, Deviath? Deviath? Sorry? Say, that's an interesting Dwemer piece you have there. What can you tell me about it? Offer the Dwemer artifact as a gift. Politely show him the piece, then put it away. A gift for me? How thoughtful. And shrewd. I suppose you know I am a collector, and that such a gift is bound to please me. I congratulate you on your diplomatic skills. So why have you tried to butter me up? Come to consult the great Devaeth Fire? This is the problem with having like no voice dialogue in the game. You have to guess if you're getting names right. You have the divine disease. There's nothing very divine about it. It's turning me into a decrepit creature. You want to plunder the dungeon or leer at my daughters? Your daughters? Not bad for something born in a jar, eh? Charming and talented. Not daughters, really. A little project. A side benefit of my researches into corpus disease. I made them myself from my own flesh. Nice, aren't they? Elfifier, Baitifier, Deltifier, and Upsifier. Quite a comfort to me in my old age. So, fun bit of lore. This guy is one of the oldest living elves on the planet. So, this guy created himself wife-daughters to keep him company in his tree in his old age. So, what is this dungeon you speak of? When you live for thousands... I stand corrected, he's not like 600 or 800 years old, he's thousands of years old. When you live for thousands of years, you need a hobby, something you love, always sparks your interest. I collect treasures and invite thieves to steal them. I'm a collector and a sportsman. I collect enchanted items from ancient artifacts. I collect enchanted items and ancient artifacts. Have quite a few Dwemer pieces. And as a sportsman, I love letting thieves try and steal my well-guarded treasures. Only a few rules. 1. Don't hurt the inmates. 2. Don't hurt my daughters. My warden and guards can look out for themselves. Okay. What kind of Dwemer pieces? Right, yes, this divine disease. The magical principles of the corpus disease are elusive and miraculous. Far more subtle and powerful than any conventional sorcery or enchantment. I am persuaded that there is some manner the curse or blessing of a god. Perhaps both a curse and a blessing. The victim, of course, cannot appreciate this marvelous nature of corpus. It slaps the mind and destroys the body, but to a wizard, it is a profound and glorious mystery, a riddle worth a long lifetime of study. Yeah, Alpha, Beta, Delta. Ah! Oh, that helps me with the pronunciation then as well. Okay, cool. Yes, corpus disease. How interesting. Did you know that corpus makes you immune to the disease? How can you be immune to a disease that you have? Have you ever heard of the prophecies of the Nerevarine? I have, in fact. Ashlanders say the Nerevarine will be immune to the disease. I've always thought, maybe I have the Nerevarine down in my corpusarium and didn't even know it. Maybe I'm the Dragonborn, but I don't know it yet. Haha, the Nerevarine is a fat, disgusting corpus monster and mad as a marsh rat. Wouldn't that be funny? Explain that you may fulfill the Nerevarine prophecies. Tell him you know nothing about the prophecies. I may be the Nerevar. That's a fascinating story you tell. So you might be the Nerevarine. Means nothing, of course. Corpus victims have all sorts of delusions, but let me think. I've got a potion. In theory, it should cure your corpus. Doesn't work though. Probably kill you. Killed all my last subjects. But you've got nothing to lose. Before I give it to you, I want you to look around the corpusarium. Know what's in store for you if you don't take my potion. And while you're there, I want you to pick up a pair of boots from a victim. Calls himself Yagram Bargram. Bargaran. My oldest patient. Handy fellow. Fixes things for me. Bring the boots back, and then I may have the potion for you. Okay. Daedric robe. Oh, I want it. I want it. I want it. Okay, we have to go down to the corpusarium and get some boots from a guy called Yagram. Julan. I can tell that you were too afraid to go and speak to the ancient Dunmer, because you were sort of standing there. Like, I'm here, but not here. I'm too scared. By the way, based on their names, there was one failed daughter between Belter and Delta, and 15 between Delta and Upsilon. Is that how you say it? Upsilon? Huh. I wonder if that was intentional then. Like, they assumed that someone like you would figure out the names and then realize that there was gaps. That's interesting. That would be pretty interesting if that was true. I'm going to assume that is true though. Oh, what if we find like the failed daughters or something?
What is it, pest?
I am Vishtakai, warden of the corpusarium. I'm here to warn you. Do not harm the inmates. If you come to plunder the dungeon, you must endure their attacks and take your chances with me. I am their warden and protector. Plunder the dungeon. For his own amusement, Devaeth Fire permits thieves to test their skills. By attempting to steal the treasures he keeps below in the corpusarium, dangers are fearful. The inmates are savage, and they carry the most terrible disease on Tamriel. The treasures themselves are guarded by traps and terrors, and the guards, myself, chief among them, will take great delight in trying to kill you. There are rules, abide by them, or leave. It's both interesting and fucked up. Do Do you reckon that's how he made them? Okay. I have to get some boots. And also, look at... Oh. Julan. Caius gave you a new mission to clean out a 6th house base? Julan, I already did that. Right. I'm guessing you don't want to go in there. So I'm going to tell you to wait. And you can have a chat with this very nice Argonian fellow. It's nice to see an Argonian having a job that isn't being a slave. Good for you, my dude. Or maybe he is a slave and that's his job. I don't know. Okay, I'm not allowed to attack them. He said he made them from trying to cure the disease. Did he try to use you-know-what to cure them? I will cure them with my essence. Flooded halls. Now, if I could just figure out the scheme of classifying manifolds for tri-poly connecting surfaces or even more complex surfaces. What? What the hell was that? What are you on about, Dojetta? I think you are going delirious from the disease, my darling. Oh, there's lots of beasties.
A visitor? What brings you to visit Yagram Bagar, Master Crafter, and last living dwarf?
He has a voice.
Now, if I could just figure a scheme of classifying manifolds for tri-ply connected surfaces, or even more complex surfaces.
Right, he said that. Ah, it's one of his daughters. You're new here, aren't you? My name is Upsy Fire. I take care of the corpus victims in the corpusarium. Well, Yagram, last living dwarf as you call yourself. You're beautiful. Okay, so this bit isn't voiced, okay. Ah yes, this boy. Okay, I need to try and do a Yagram voice. You're here for the double boots. I can't even sound that fat. Tell my gracious keeper that I have done what I could. Only a Dwemer master crafter could have done so much more. But only idiot...
Now, if I could just figure a scheme of classifying manifolds for tri-ply connected surfaces, or even more complex surfaces.
But only idiots could have created these boots. It shames my race that we must be judged by the works of such lackwit blunderers. I actually was paying attention so much to the voice, I didn't actually take in any of that information. You're here for the Dwemer boots. Tell my gracious keeper that I have done what I could. Okay, your race? Once I was a master crafter in the services of Lord Kagranaf, chief architect of the great Second Empire freeholds, and the greatest enchanter of his time. I could not match the genius of Lord Kagranaf, but what he could envision, I had my colleagues what he could envision I and my colleagues could build. All of that is gone forever.
If I could just figure a scheme of classifying manifolds
Yeah,
for
bro.
tri-ply connected surfaces, or even more complex surfaces.
You need to flap your cheeks while you talk, I think. Sounds like a neck beard. So guys, we gotta talk like this. All of that is gone forever. I still retain my cunning, but my hands and eyes fail me, and my memories have long faded. My only consolation is each day to mock the gods who destroyed my race and condemned me to this bleak existence. Since the disappearance of the dwarfs, I have been alone in this world, trapped in this grim prison. I can scarcely move, and my fellow inmates are scarcely good company. The risk...
Now, if I could just figure a scheme of classifying manifolds for tri-ply connected surfaces, or even more complex surfaces.
Kagrenak was the one that made the tools to use on the heart of Lorkhan. Yes. Flap your cheeks and mouth. Breathe as you speak. Flap my cheeks and my mouth, so like... blah 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 blah. Dwarfs. Can you even tell what I'm saying? I have been alone in this world, trapped in this grim prison. I can scarcely move, and my fellow inmates are scarcely good company. The risk of corpus disease deters most visitors, but you must meet with cultivated minds undaunted by the terrors of the corpusarium. Actually does sound like it, doesn't it? You might mention your research into me. I'm trying to talk, be quiet.
Scheme of classifying manifolds for tri-ply connected surfaces, or even more complex surfaces.
He sounds a bit... He has like a higher pitched voice. He's like blah 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 blah, rather than have a low voice. You might mention your recent interview with the last living dwarf. The last living dwarf? This is how I style myself. I do not know for a fact that I am the last, but in my travels thousands of years ago, I've never encountered another. Since I have been here, I asked Lord Fire, but he says he has never heard of a credible rumor of another dweller on Tamriel or in any other outer realm. Told you, neckbeard voice. Disappearance of the dwarves. I cannot say what happened, but there was... for fuck's sake, let me interrupt you.
Classifying manifolds for tri-ply connected surfaces, or even more complex surfaces.
I was not there to observe. I was in the outer realm at this time, and when I came back, my people were gone. I left Red Mountain, wandering Tamriel for years, searching our desolate colonies looking for survivors. Or an explanation. Then along came, a long time ago, I returned to Red Mountain, still looking for answers. Instead, I found corpus disease, and I have been here ever since. I have theories, if you are interested. Lord Kagrenak, the foremost arcane philosopher and mage crafter of my era, devised tools to shape mythopoetic forces intending to transcend the limits of Dwemer mortality. However, in reviewing his formula, one of his logicians argued that the side effects were unpredictable.
If I could just figure a scheme of classifying manifolds for tri-ply...
Yagram, be quiet.
Or even more complex surfaces.
Oh. Where was I? And errors might be catastrophic. I think Kagrenak might have succeeded in granting our race eternal life, but with unforeseen consequences, rather. Such a wholesale displacement to an outer realm, or he may be erred and utterly destroyed our race. Blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. Blah, blah. Okay, so just in case you couldn't understand what I was saying, when the Dwemer disappeared by using Kagrenak's tools on the heart of Lorkhan, in Red Mountain in order to attain godhood. By trying to use the tools on the heart.
If I could
Fucking
just
shut up,
figure
Yagrum.
a scheme of classifying manifolds for tri-ply connected surfaces,
Or even more complex surfaces. Yes, Kagranak used the tools on the heart, and it made all the Dwemer disappear. But Yagrum here was in a different plane of existence at the time, probably like somewhere in Oblivion or something, which is why he wasn't affected. He went back to Red Mountain to try and find out what happened, and he contracted Corpus. So then he came here to get better and couldn't get better. He ended up getting so fat and grotesque that he had to put himself into a little Dwemer spider robot machine. So that's what he's doing. Interesting though that this is what the Dwemer look like. Your gracious keeper?
I owe my life to Lord Fire. He took me in when I was a mad monster, out of my mind. In time, I emerged from my dementia. And now, I'm quite lucid most of the time, that my body is
Just figure a scheme of classifying manifolds for tri-ply connected surfaces, or even more complex surfaces.
Then my body is still grotesque and a useless prison. I still have the dream little hope of a cure. Lord Fire has tried many spells and potions, none of them have helped me. But neither have they harmed me. If anyone can cure my disease, Lord Fire can.
He was in an Oblivion realm. Well, this is a Dwemer in the poorest of healths. Okay, what are these Dwemer boots that Devaeth wanted?
Lord Fire obtained these enchanted Dwemer boots from an unfortunate thief. And given the quality of their craftsmanship, little wonder why the fellow came to a bad end. But I can do nothing for them. The fundamental enchantment is flawed. Might as well start all over again. Such a pair of boots.
If I could just figure a scheme of classifying manifolds for tri-ply connected surfaces, or even more complex surfaces.
The fundamental enchantment is flawed. Might as well start all over again. If such a pair of boots could still be fashioned in these benign latter days, then I would have done my best. Take them to Lord Fire with my sincerest apologies for being such a fat son of a bitch.
Thank you, Yagrum. I will leave post haste. Ugh. Oh, Dwemer robe.
A visitor. What brings you to visit
I think he might have dementia or something because he just keeps repeating himself. Yagrum, my dude, I'm gonna leave, okay? Because I don't want to do your voice anymore. Yo, what's up, kind dude? I'm just mad that you can't find him in ESO. Oh shit. Yeah. How you doing, kind dude? Can we get a shout out for that handsome baby boy?
Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah.
So, there's apparently loads of awesome plunder in this place that everyone else has failed to take. So I'm going to try my little Khajiit paws and try to steal it all. Too complex? Well, how about I use a spell? Fuck. Shit. Okay. And I can't hit any of the monsters either. Something tells me you need a key. I wonder if Yagrum is keeping the keys. Ooh, I wonder if I can ask him about plundering the dungeon. He might help me with it.
What brings you to visit Yagrum Bagar,
Tamrielic law.
Yagrum Bagar, Mastercrafter, and last.
Ooh. Wait. Tamrielic law. Oh, I get it. Because it's like relics. Artifacts of Tamriel. The following are notes I have gathered over the past centuries of items of unimaginable significance. Yagrum, be quiet. All have been seen, owned, and lost. Over the past centuries, of items of unimaginable significance, all have been seen, owned, and lost again and again throughout Tamriel. Some may be myth, others may be a hoax, but regardless, many have lost their lives attempting to find and protect these coveted items. The Lord's Mail, Ebony Mail, Christmare, Spellbreaker. Staff of Magnus, Warlock's Ring, Ring of the Finaster, Ring of the Khajiit, Mace of Molag Bal, Mask of Clavicus Vile, Mehrunes Razor, Cuirass of the Saviour's Hide, Spear of Bitter Mercy, Daedric's Scourge, Bow of Shadows, Fists of Randagulf, Ice Blade of Monarch, Ring of Surroundings, Boots of Apostle, the Mentor's Ring, Ring of the Wind, Vampiric Ring, Eledon's Ward, Staff of Hace Doki, Bloodworm Helm, Dragonbone Mail, sorry. Blood. Goldbrand. That's, the little, like, Daikatana that Rain uses. Skull Crusher. Fang of Haynik Tanamet. Umbra Sword. Den Stagmir's Ring. Helm of Orion Bearclaw. Daedric Crescent Blade. Can I take this book? Bro, I want the book. I want to know about all the artifacts. I'm going to ask you about plundering the dungeon, if it'll let me.
Now, if I could just figure a scheme of classifying manifolds for tri-ply...
Ah, a visitor!
Or even more complex surfaces.
He's been, I think part of his infliction of the disease as well is he's got this ridiculously long, longevity. So he's going to stay that way for a while. Oops.
Now, if I could just
I'm not even in dialogue with you anymore, Yagram. God, be quiet.
Or even more
Can be quiet.
a visitor. What brings you to visit Yagram Bagar, Mastercraft?
You're creepy and gross, Yagram. Yagram, my dude. Okay. I thought maybe he would help me, but he's not going to. He's just going to keep going.
Ah, a visitor!
Technically, Yagram is immortal. He'll never die. Poor sod. Well, I'm glad Julan wasn't here, because poor lad would be traumatized.
Be like, Dojetta, what is that thing?
Oh, if it isn't a chest. Yeah, do you wonder what treasures we will find? Oh, is it going to kill me? Dwemer Greaves? That's not treasure. What is that? Oh. Dwemer Robe. Fuck yeah, my dude. What's it look like? Ooh. Fancy. Okay, I'll keep it. What is the purpose of this place? There's nothing, like, interesting in here at all. Laboratory. Whoa. This place looks cool. Ancient Dwemer door key. Well, I do like an ancient Dwemer door key every now and then. Is this a teleporter? That looks like a teleporter. I may have hurt myself. I will know in the morning. Daedric skin. Delicious. Dude, this is totally a teleporter, right?
Come on. Come on.
I think I'm too close for them to hit me. Right, what are you? No, don't you phase through the world so that I can't loot you. Archer Spirit. Dwemer Longbow, 5 to 40, and the Daedric does 2 to 50. Dwemer Arrow, I'll take that. What is this? Dwemer Helm. I can wear it! I can wear it! Because it doesn't cover the face. Oh. Finally, Kitty can protect her head. Even got little ears on it. Yeah. Oh, thank God. Right, that place kind of sucked.
May I help you?
Well, did you get my boots? No boots, no potion. The boots first, please. And now I'll give you the potion. On the following condition, you must drink it here, before my eyes. They should act immediately, and I need to observe you very carefully, agreed? I mean, I could either have a disease for the rest of my life, and all my body parts would fall off, or I could drink this potion and die. Or drink this potion and live. So, yes, give me the potion. Good. Open your mouth and close your eyes. Is the eye closing part important? Good. Now swallow. Goodness. Good grief. Look. Look. It's working. Remarkable. Let me check your skin, your eyes, your tongue. Amazing. I think it worked. No sign of the disease at all. Of course, you still have corpus disease, but just like I planned. But all your symptoms are gone. Marvelous. I'll go try it out on some of the more desperate inmates, but I'll answer any questions before you leave. Corpus disease. See, no more symptoms. Amazing. I surprised myself. It worked, didn't it? Remarkable. Perhaps it will work on the other inmates. I'll have to proceed carefully, of course. You may be the exception. Okay, Am I beautiful again? Secret Master. Whoa. Deveuf's 637th key. How many keys do you have? I can kind of see. But it seems like I do need keys for those chests. Can I take that? Oh, you're fine with that? Excellent. Okay. Yes, Dojetta, you're completely cured. Did you forget something? Well, no, I'm not cured, I just ain't got symptoms. Disappearance of the dwarfs. Their disappearance is still a mystery that grows deeper and deeper with every step taken forward. We know that all Dwemer, with the exception of a good friend Yagram, vanished. Where they went is a true mystery. Many theories say that they were transported to Oblivion. Quite a harsh place to want to go, if there was a plan. It is possible they went somewhere by accident. It is even possible they ceased to exist at all. The idea that they are lost in time is quite new to me. I highly doubt that since the laws behind time would govern us to not recall that they even existed. Truly something supernatural indeed. I do know what happened, but in all reality, I do not know where they have gone, or if they are all, in truth, dead. The whispering has stopped. Oh, it has! I think. Yeah. Oh, damn. Yes. Right. How do I plunder your dungeon? So I'm curious if that key is what I need to go and get the stuff. Also, I really want to know what this robe looks like. Can I take it?
Wretched thief.
Quickly. Oh! Put the robe on so I can see what it looks like before I die. Oh, I look beautiful in it. Look, Julan! Look at how beautiful I am in my nice new robe. I want to see where that...
Speak, traveler.
Oh, Elfie. I suppose you want to speak with Dojetta. Under the dungeon. You're smart. Get corpus disease, get killed by corpus monsters, get killed by Vishta Kai. A very good plan. Plunder the dungeon of 4,000-year-old wizard. What else could be easier? Okay, so he's 4,000 years old.
Fresh game.
Ah, yes, Julan, sorry, but you have to wait here.
Prey approaches.
By my father, it's a miracle. You look like your old self again. This is wonderful. Watching Lord Fire work was amazing. He says you still have corpus. That's just weird. But perhaps it's easier not to question these things. Sometimes it's best to just thank the gods and move on before they change their minds. Julan raised his alchemy skill to 31. Okay, and what did he say to me in my journal? Julan was relieved that my corpus symptoms were gone. Okay.
You've been wounded.
I don't want you to think I'm being a coward, but I don't think I should come into the corpusarium with you. It's just that they might attack us, and I'm worried I might snap and kill one of them, and then you'd get in trouble with Lord Fire, you know, and have trouble controlling my temper sometimes, and I'd rather just wait outside just in case. I already know this, Julan. I know you like the back of something I know quite fondly, and I know that that's what you would do, so I'm going to let you stay there. Alright, let's try this key. Damn it! The key doesn't work! How do I plunder these chests? I must know what's inside them. I think my lockpicking just has to be like master level. Because I mean, the dude's hiding like the rarest artifacts on the fucking continent down here. So I don't think just sticking a lockpick in it and like ramming it around is going to be good enough. And if all that key was for was to open a tiny chest, I swear.
You've been wounded.
Come along, Julan. Let us venture forth, shall we? Oh god, what if behind this door is where he like made his daughters and there's something really inappropriate behind this door? It's too complex! Oh, there's so many mysteries and I can't know any of them. Oh, she's looking back at us. Hello.
I'm waiting.
Whoa, fuck. Okay, hi. You weren't looking at me when I turned around. Deliana Mandus. Who are you? Did my father send you? Should we travel together and get out of this place? What? Travel together? No, shall we try and You a prisoner? Oh damn, I think she's a prisoner. Oh fuck. Well I don't really want to piss off a 4,000-year-old wizard. Maybe I should just ask him. To verify, I gave him the boots from Yagram. He gave me the potion. It didn't cure me, but it did remove all the apparent signs of the disease. He said that he didn't actually want to cure me, he just wanted to remove the harmful features of the disease while preserving its virtues. It worked. And now he's eager to test the potion on subjects in the Corpusarium, but I must hurry back to report to the Spy Master and search for the lost prophecies. Ah, wait a minute. Okay, I wonder if, like, I can offer to help him if I say, like, do you want me to... Ladies. Okay. Maybe I can offer to do it for him and he'll give me something. Because I really want his artifacts.